All over again.
Well, I'm out on a frozen lake and it's a sunny but extremely windy day. Pretty mild right now, though it's pretty cold in the wind chill. Going to drop to about -10°C tonight. We're about a month ahead of schedule in terms of spring, so there's not much snow on the ground. You can see the lake is like an ice rink. The ice is about 80 to 100 centimeters thick, but there are some parts that you get like springs coming up because this lake's actually pretty high up. So it's formed from springs coming from under the ground, so you just got to be careful where you drive. But it's a beautiful spot. I think I'm just going to get out, set up my tunnel tent and my gear on an island somewhere, make a camp, and then maybe head out, do some exploring, get some ice fishing done. Hopefully I catch something for dinner, but if not, I got some supplies with me. So stupidly, I have to stand up on the snowmobile for the drone to actually follow me. It doesn't know what a snowmobile is. Got some real thin ice over here, and this is one of these freshwater springs coming up from the ground. The water in this lake's really clear, but yeah, you don't want to be driving over that with the snowmobile. So yeah, get some water from there. Out of all the tents I have got, this one is the right tent for the job really. It's so easy to set up because the rainfly is connected to the inner, so that you just set it up, you're not having to put a rainfly over the top. That's the only thing I don't like about other MSR tents, but you know, for tough weather conditions, this tunnel tent's really good. It is a bivvy bag place though. The only problem with a bivvy bag is I'm easy access for Bigfoot. If he does find me, he's just going to open that thing up and you know, squeezed me out like a froob really, I'm done. But in this thing at least I've got a fighting chance that he doesn't really know which way to come from, and I could scoot out and get on the snowmobile. Anyway, I should probably carry on setting this up instead of talking rubbish. There we go, all set up. Nice tent. I had a different tunnel tent previously. This is only the second time I've actually used this particular one. I really like it. It's a decent quality tent. Just a few pegs that are stubborn, but should be fine given they're not facing the wind. So I've got the door just there where the axe is, and this is just really to bear the wind. So I'm going to get inside. Go. This is decent.
Shoes off, please.
When I see you in my dreams, you're nice to me. When you come visiting in the night, you're a horrible fucking bitch. There we go. So this is my setup for tonight. Got the old mat there just because it can't pop, and it's a decent bit of kit to carry around. I've got this Neo X Therm, I can never remember the name of it. It is a good sleep mat. It is just a bit loud. If you move around a lot in your sleep, this might kind of piss you off, and it also might irritate other people if you're sleeping in pairs. It comes with a little cover, so you can use it with a blanket as well. You don't necessarily need to use a bag, and it will feel a little bit better. But yeah, the bag actually hugs it. So this bag here is the Quest Star from Thermarest. It does say it goes down to minus 18 degrees C. Now it's going to be about minus 10 tonight, and that's really the limit that I kind of feel in this bag. I've been in it in minus 17 and been pretty cold. I do have a Polar Ranger with a comfort range of minus 30, so I generally opt for that when it starts dropping below about minus 10. So it's just for me personally. But little pillow and a few bits here just to wear in the bag if it gets cold. There's my moment of opportunity just as the wind dies down. Come on. Oh, this is so savage. This might be it. This might be the one. Definitely don't need to bother boiling this water. The water here is so clear, but I kind of want a hot cup of tea, so it's going to happen. Want you in my mouth when you're heading south. Incineration time. Not high enough time. Come on, Mel. Oh. This wind's pretty intense. I didn't anticipate this, but you know, I am on an open area. This is where it's going to come in pretty hard, and we all like it when it comes in pretty hard, right? But basically I could have made a fire down there, but I don't really want to disrespect the place. You know, I'm not miles out in the wilderness here, although where I live is pretty remote. There's lots of little places like this. People just come out, they do some fishing, they cook some fish. You know, I kind of just want to respect the area and make the fire where they've always made it, rather than just make a new sort of burn patch somewhere. So, you know, it's just you got to kind of deal with it really, but it's all right. Good for boiling water in, because the fire is absolutely red hot because of the wind. But yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry, so I think I'm going to make some food in a bit, and if I get some time later I'll shoot out and try and do some ice fishing. But really the positioning of the tent is actually kind of stupid because of the wind, but I wasn't really left with much choice, and it's because of the tree. It's because of the trees above me. If those Scots pines don't behave and they come down, then you know, they'll be right on top of me. But let's hope the wind dies down. Drink this in peace. Well, it's a lot more comfortable here. That was just absolutely wild. I think this is now going to be called Camp Blowy. For the wrong reasons, obviously, but still, it's an apt name, you know. It's good. I might get out on the scooter though and like put the ice auger through the ice and see if I can pull out any fish. But the reality is I've actually got enough food with me. I've got a couple of days worth of food. I'm going to be out for a couple of days. Probably not going to stay here tomorrow, not at all, too windy. I might just head off out over that way. The lake bends all the way around, try and get out the wind a bit, you know. It's pretty savage here, but nice to sit in the tent, have a Yorkshire tea and be out the wind. Well, I think I'm going to go and have a look around, do some ice fishing. There's a patch around the corner there where the lake hooks around. Always used to get decent perch there. I'm going to have a go today. See how it goes, really.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on now, little fishes. These maggots are premium grade, like my own. Is that, is how deep we're talking? Not deep. I need to be back. Let's see. Oh, I'm on already. Oh, I was on. Had a fish. He's taking the maggots. Should have reacted a bit quicker there. Alright, this is it. Come on now. I mean, they ain't going to be big here. Oh, I'm on already. I reckon I've got a fish. Yeah, as I suspected. Tiddlers, pike bait. That's what we got. Yeah, you are going to be tiddlers make up a girther. I'm on already. There we go. Sorry, pal. I guess we're not pals really anymore, are we? Pretty sure I've got another one. I mean, they're all decent sizes. They're not big, but they're sort of eatable, you know. If you smoked them, they'd be awesome. This is a good size, really. I've got a smoker at home. Sometimes I just take them home in the freezer. You just keep them in the freezer. You obviously gut. Well, I do anyway. You just put them in the freezer, and you can smoke them, do stuff with them. Man, they're going for these maggots though. I mean, the problem is, if I put my own maggot in there, the lake could be empty. Right? Close. Oh. Yeah, well, I guess that's the last one. Not as big as the others, but not exactly much smaller, really. It's getting seriously cold. So I'm going to get back to camp, sort these fish out, probably just chill in the tent for a while, and try and get out this wind. I bought this thing for about the equivalent of €50, about $50, and it's a pretty good snowmobile. I've done a little bit of work on it, but the engine's good. But there are things that need doing on it. This is my first camp on this snowmobile, and I just heard something, and it's that there, that drive axle. Something has happened, that bearing or something's just come loose, and the whole thing is just flailing around everywhere. So looks like I better not drive it anymore, better not ride it, because I need it to get me back. Although I could walk, the ice is pretty thick, so it's obviously not a big deal, but yeah, it'd be easier to use this instead of leaving it here. Well, I'm just out of the wind in the tent. Pretty nice actually. Makes a big difference to temperature, just getting the fish done. Just making some little fillets out of them all. Got some flour. Just gonna fry them in some butter, have them with some bacon, and that'll be dinner. the smoke. Although I've kind of created a bit of a barrier for the wind, for the fire, it does create a lot of turbulence. I've literally covered myself in flour. I smacked the bowl, it's went pooh! I've seasoned myself for Bigfoot later. These look good. They're basically done really, but I'm just going to give it a little bit more crisper off. MCQ popcorn chicken. As much as it's warmer here, the turbulence and the smoke is brutal, but anyway, here's what it is. I'm going to try this popcorn chicken, see how it goes. It's basically done by now, it only needs a couple of minutes really. Good. What do they call it? Aperitif? A starter? I don't know. I'm trying to sound smart. Wow, these conditions are no joke. You know, it's about -7 degrees C now, so it's not crazy cold, but when you couple that with the wind, it really takes it up a notch or three. So yeah, basically right now I'm looking at probably being about 1 inch length. So yeah, probably about time I took that photo for my online dating app. Nice guy, gonna treat you right. Well, in the tent now for the night. It's about 7 o'clock, had dinner, and the wind is just a little bit too intense really to spend the night outside. I thought it was going to be clear skies. We've had a lot of Northern Lights activity at the moment, some really impressive displays, and probably going to be another one tonight, but I'm not going to see it. Got a cup of tea. I've also filled up the Pathfinder bottle with very hot boiling water, obviously with a bit of an air gap. You don't want obviously too much in there. You've got to let it cool down a little bit first, I find. Put it in the woolly hat, it's going in the bag, and yeah, it's just going to be like a hot water bottle really, just preheat the bag for me so my feet aren't so brutally cold at night. I do get cold feet, one of those people, but yeah, pretty cozy, and sounds like it's just started to either rain or snow, one of the two. But yeah, God, what a day. It really takes it out of you, the wind. I'm kind of a bit concerned about the snowmobile. This is the thing about like vehicles and modes of transport. It's a false sense of security, and I'm not saying that I'm not aware of that. Like I know where I am, and I could quite easily walk back to like where I parked my vehicle. You know, probably only take me sort of a few hours really to get there, so it's not really a big deal. The ice is frozen, so I wouldn't have to navigate around the lake, which would be an issue in the summer. But you'd be on a boat, right? So, or like on a kayak or canoe or something. Well, I would anyway. But it's just the thing when you buy old machines. It had the same thing with the four-wheel drive. Like obviously I've been working on that for 10 years, and I know it inside and out, and I've pretty much replaced everything. But anyway, that's just the way it is with old machines. I'm just going to chill out in the tent. I've got a movie to watch, A Few Good Men, quality film, haven't seen that in a while. Not that one, the other one, the one with Jack Nicholson in it. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
Well, it's a pretty sleepless night so far, mostly because of the roof of the tent. It's very, very windy. I'm pretty warm in my setup, very cosy, it's really nice, but it's just the sound of the tent. I might get out and see whether I can sort this out. Wow, the Northern Lights are out. That's amazing. You probably can't see it at all. I'll try and take a time lapse for you or some photos. But the wind direction's completely changed. It's now coming straight this way, which is great. I was worried about those trees, but
they would fall that way, so I can actually sleep a bit better now. But that's why the roof's making so much noise on the tunnel tent. I don't really think I can. Yeah, I could probably sprawl that out a bit more. Actually, it's a shame. Need to get that one. That is much better. I've stretched out the roof and adjusted the guidelines and stuff, so should be able to actually get some sleep now.
I'd be lying if I said I had a good night's sleep. I obviously didn't. The wind was just really savage, and yeah, I just couldn't get off. So to sleep. So yeah, basically I did manage to get a few hours. I think about 4:30 I was out trying to sort this out. And then I saw the northern lights, so I stayed out and watched the northern lights for a little bit, just sat in the porch, and which was really cool. It was a beautiful display. It will look a lot more vibrant on camera, and as do I right now, as you can probably see. Yeah, I need to get up. I'm going to make a cup of tea, get out, stretch my legs, hang up the bag, because obviously it's got, you know, a lot of sort of dew on the outside of it, as it would do. But the setup's great. You know, I always sleep pretty well in this bag normally in terms of warmth. I mean, not with noise and wind and that, but the sleep mat with the foam mat and this sleeping bag was great. So I actually had the bottle in for quite a while. It retained a lot of warmth, and it was just too warm, so I had to kick that thing out, as you do. Yeah, it was a bit better after that. Temperatures were a bit more stable. But anyway, get out, seize the day. A beautiful day, terrible wind. Few green bits, that will do. Let the wind do some work. Just a pretty easy way of reanimating a fire in the morning if you've got the luxury of some dry grass. A lot of dry grass. Put a spark in the ember. It just depends on the consistency of the wood, really, what kind of wood you use. It was very cold last night. You can see starting to ice over again. Snowdrifts started to form everywhere, so yeah, it got pretty chilly, but I need a cup of tea. Nice inside. That nice on the outside. Water's boiled. Nothing better than a cup of tea in the morning. A few of those and I'll be firing on all 2 cylinders again, just like that snowmobile. But yeah, been a nice camp actually. Enjoyed being in that tent. I did have another version of that tent. It was actually a prototype model that I was trying out, and they forgot to put vents in it on the prototype, so it was really humid and sweaty in there. So that was great. There was no humidity on the tent. It sort of, as the air shoots through it, it kind of obviously finds its way out. It's a decent tent. I think it'd be a lot better in the wind if it's planted kind of head on instead of side on, but aren't we all better head on? Time to pack up and get out of here. See if I can get this thing started. Maybe I'll warm it up a bit first, then I'll pack the tent away. The reason I pack it that way is because there's absolutely zero point in sort of neatly putting it away inside a bag. It's the first thing I'm going to get out when I arrive at camp, the last thing I'm going to put away. So that's just the way it goes really. Anyway, all done. Just got to put the mat on top. There we go. Thank you for serving me well on another mission.